Rubeus Hagrid's perspective, a bit of a fiasco that was. From Dave Dreams of Fantasy Worlds by Lynn and Dave. Dave is inspired by the J.K. Rowling series Harry Potter. Well, where to begin? I suppose it all started when Professor Dumbledore said, "Hagrid, you're the man for the job." Now I was chuffed, you know. Being trusted with something as important as delivering Harry's Hogwarts letter, but blimey, it didn't take long to realize this was going to be more complicated than trying to teach a blasted-ended scroot how to behave. Chapter 3, The Letters from No One. So I delivered the first letter, right? Simple as pie, or so I thought. Next thing I hear, them muggles he's living with, what was their name? Dursleys? Well, they're acting like someone set a niffler loose in their jewelry drawer. They rip up the letter and think that's that. Oh, no, no, no. Hogwarts letters ain't so easy to get rid of. Dumbledore's got a system, see? If one letter don't work, we send more, and then a few more after that, just to make the point. Next thing you know, the Dursleys have barricaded the house like they're defending it against a dragon. Though if it was a dragon, I reckon they'd be in bigger trouble. I'm sitting back at Hogwarts hearing all this and thinking these muggles must be nuttier than a squirrel's pantry. They even took the poor lad to a ruddy lighthouse on some rock in the middle of nowhere. I mean, who does that? Did they think the letters wouldn't find them there? Hogwarts letters are enchanted for Merlin's sake. They'll get to their recipient no matter what. Chapter 4, The Keeper of the Keys. Right, so Dumbledore says, "Hagrid, you'd better go sort this mess out." And I'm thinking, oh, this'll be a dawdle. Quick pop in, and Aria's ladder, maybe a cup of tea, and back to Hogwarts before Fang even misses me. Ha, not a chance. I get to the rock in the middle of the sea in the middle of the night, soaked to me bones. Mind ya, and I knock on the door. Bang, nothing. So I knock again harder this time. Bang, the door falls off its hinges. Well, what can I say? I don't know me own strength sometimes. Inside, there's Harry looking like a right scrawny thing, and the Dursley looking like I just told him Christmas was cancelled. Vernon Dursley, big feller, but all bluster, starts out shouting about breaking and entering and calling the authorities. I couldn't help myself. I give him a look that said, "Do I look like I'm scared of your tiny muggle police?" Introducing Harry to magic. Now, I don't want to scare Harry too much, but blimey, he looked like he'd never heard a kind word in his life. So I sat him down, gave him a cake, made it myself, mind you, and told him the truth. "You're a wizard, Harry." And what does he say? I'm a what? Honestly, I nearly laughed. Poor lad didn't have a clue. I started explaining about Hogwarts and magic, and Harry's eyes lit up like it was Christmas morning. Meanwhile, Vernon starts spluttering about how Harry ain't going nowhere. "Well, it wasn't having that. He's been accepted to Hogwarts, and that's final," I said. Vernon tries to argue, but then I mention you-know-who, and Petunia pipes up about Lily and James, and oh, the stories she told. Nasty piece of work she is. Talked about her own sister like she was dirt. The pig incident. Now, I'll admit, I lost me temper a bit when Vernon started shouting again. "He's not going to that freak school," he says. "Freak school, the cheek of it." So I pull out me umbrella, yep, that's right, me trusty pink umbrella, and give Dudley a little something to remember me by. Turn him into a pig. Well, just the tail, really. Might have gone a bit overboard, but you can't deny it shut Vernon up quick. Petunia started screaming. Dudley ran around in circles, and Harry, bless him, looked like he was trying not to laugh. I told Vernon, "Keep your opinions to yourself, or next time it'll be you with the tail." Spending the night. After all that commotion, I figured we'd better stay the night in the shack. Didn't trust the Dursleys not to scrape her off again before morning. And Harry and I had a good chat. Told him about his parents, about Hogwarts, and a bit about myself. He asked loads of questions like any curious young wizard would. Made me feel proud, it did, to see him so excited about learning magic. Meanwhile, the Dursleys were crammed in the corner. Excuse me. Looking like they'd rather be anywhere else. Can't say I blame them. Being confronted with a half-giant in the middle of the night probably wasn't on their to-do list. The journey begins. Next morning, I got Harry packed up and ready to go. Left the Dursleys in that shack with nothing but their own bad attitudes for company. As we sailed back to the mainland, I couldn't help but feel a bit sorry for Harry. Poor lad had been living with those miserable jits for so long he didn't even know what a proper family felt like. But all that's about to change. Hogwarts will be his home now, and I'll make sure he's looked after all. He's Harry Potter, the boy who lived, and if anyone's earned a bit of happiness, it's him. And that's how it went, more or less. A bit chaotic, maybe, but we got there in the end. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get back to Hogwarts. Fang's probably eaten me dinner by now.